Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show with your hosts, Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full color and stereo sound amplification provided by Tran. Broadcasting into the world from Storyhouse Studios in Campbellford, Ontario, you'll hear the best of old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers.
If you miss that, you're on.
Thank you. The thing about ovens and stoves is that they often cause fires. There we go. Finally let me log in. My dad was a fireman. It was just like, checking the stove 15 times a night was normal. Yeah. And the iron and the tube TVs, of course, which always exploded, and then people had shards of glass on them while they're watching going through them while they're watching The Price is Right. So all these things had to be unplugged every night at my house. Yes, it's quite responsible for my early onset OCD, which I didn't really discover was a thing until I was 30. But in the meantime, it was what it was. How's everybody doing out there in the world? Hey, I think we've got a pretty good. Okay, this is good. This is good. Yeah, no, I'm seeing what's happening here already. Okay, just talking about it, just making noise, really. Thank you for coming out again on another Whiskey Wednesday with Ken Tizzard and Music for Goat. The S is gone. Why? Because we're not all here. Well, we're still Music for Goats. But I was just removing some of the letters to represent the removal of Mr. Grant, who's represented by a snare drum tonight. Mr. Grant had the sniffles earlier this week, and he's still kind of feeling a little gross today. And it's just kind of like, yeah, stay home. We'll just play through some tunes and have some fun. We'll have a drink in your honor. So I hope Mr. Grant's having fun. He is not watching the show, and you cannot message him. You can't even leave him a voicemail. Mr. Grant has a landline.
Voice message.
Yeah, there's nothing you can. No,
No,
nothing. No, nothing. He has a phone.
It just rings.
It just rings. Yeah, and it often he doesn't answer it quickly. It's often like ring 7 where it's like, hello. I'm like, did I wake you? He's like, no, I was just across the kitchen. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
He's a time capsule, that guy.
Yes.
In the best way.
Oh, absolutely. It's so much fun being his friend and making music with him. We've got a fun night of requests this evening, most already settled in, and we're going to see what we can get through here. The set list is pretty full. Mr. Grant is a true Luddite, yes. He certainly does enjoy his peace and solitude. Solitude. We're going to play a little Pain-Free Living for... who requested Pain-Free Living? I think there was a few people who requested that one. But I'll send it out to our old friend Lorna Stacy, who's hopefully watching from up there somewhere, and her family as well, who are still down here. Yes, I might have a new shirt on, but the show is always the same. This is Pain-Free Living, a little FMNL intro. Not quite as fast as we tried it last time.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I like to get high, I like to get higher. I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, and I like to get stoneder. I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have the perfect job I dreamed of, and at times I can take this for a while, and sometimes it takes away the part of me that's real, and other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have a moment to pain-free living, and at times I can take it for a while, and sometimes it takes away the part of me that's real, and other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoned, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. To be honest, it's an uphill battle with depression, and the drugs the doctor gives me ain't so tight. There's sometimes I feel like my skin is crawling, and other times bad TV can be alright. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoned, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoned, I like to get more stoned than I was before. The stick rim. Is that what that one's
I don't know
called?
what that's called, but
Yeah.
it's an old jazz trick.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I learned this the same time I learned.
Oh, yeah. So the Sound of Rust isn't yours?
No,
Oh.
I can't.
Oh, come on. Oh, that's too bad.
I think. No, I can't take credit for that.
Who do you think came up with that?
No idea.
Mm.
I have to research that one. But in the Humber Jazz days, that's when I learned that for sure.
All very cool sounds, yeah. All these little tricks that we all learn hanging out together, being so interested in learning music. So it looks like everybody is doing good. We got Joe, we got Deb, we've got Derek, we got the whole gang here. It's nice to see everybody. I'm going to continue along here. Hey, Diggs BDW7. Over on Twitch World. Hey, what's up? Diggs, yeah, evening folks, where's Mr. Grant? Hey, Clark, Mr. Grant had the sniffles, and he wasn't quite feeling up to it, and I just said, we'll just do the acoustic thing tonight, so here we are.
Stay away, we don't need the plate.
Yeah, well, no, there's that, but also he's got to get better. Clarky, we got to talk about some dates that you might be back to maybe do this thing back in Newfoundland, by the way. Trying to get Don and everybody to commit to some dates, too. It might be a little later than we expected now because it's a little later than when we last talked, but let's have some communication on that there, buddy. We're gonna do an old Neil Young song here. This one was requested. This is one of the first. Richard Grichuk chimed in with this one as soon as the post went up about. Wow, what am I playing? Oh Jesus! Didn't realize I'd pulled this out. I was thinking this feels different. I haven't played this one in a while. I usually use the Martin. I'm liking it. Could use some fresh strings though. This is the one I recorded No Dark, No Light on this guitar. It's a beautiful recording guitar, absolutely lovely. You getting anything from the amp there, Barry?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Look out, mama, there's a white boat coming up the river with a big red beacon and a flag and a man on the rails. I think you better call John. Don't look like we're here to deliver the mail. And I just turned 22. And I don't know what to do. And the closer it got, the more these feelings grew. Daddy's gone, my brother's out hunting mountains. Big John's been drinking since the river took him there. And the powers that be left me here to do the thinking. And I just turned 22, and I don't know what to do. And the closer it got, the more these feelings grew. Daddy's rifle in my hand felt really shut. He told me red means run, son. Numbers add up to nothing. When the first shot hit, dark side saw me coming. Raised my rifle to my eyes, never stopped to wonder why. When I saw black, my face flew to the sky.
You know, it's always different when the bass is not here, when Mr. Grant's presence and wisdom is not with us to guide us. You know, it's a different thing, and I made the last second decision and picked this guitar up, which is fine. I hope everybody is having a good New Year so far. Where are we? We're in week 3. Is it January 20th yet? No, it's like January 11th. No, what's the date? It's the 11th. Okay, so credit card bills aren't in yet. So everybody's still having a good Christmas. I understand. Yeah, so credit card bills are still in the mail. Okay, good. That's all right.
The mail.
The mail, I know. What am I thinking? That sort of old logic has probably gone out the window these days. It used to be, you know, the third week of Januuary. It was like,
Well, some people still get them in the mail, I guess.
yeah, but very few.
Even I don't.
Yeah.
Paperless, man. Paperless.
Evening, Matt McPhee, paperless. Yeah, I know. We try. Come on. The infinity bottle. Oh, I like that. Yeah. The last little dram of every bottle that you have, pour into one bottle and eventually fill it. The infinity bottle. That's nice. Good. Okay.
As long as you don't have milk.
No, milk and whiskey doesn't work. I tried that over Christmas. Failed big time.
But drank
Failed
it
big
anyway
time.
because you can't waste milk.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna send a song out to Martina White, a friend from Newfoundland. Her dad passed away last year, and Martina lived with him for a long time there while he was needed taking care of at the end, you know. Do you want to? She wanted to hear "I'll Fly Away." Do you have the "I'll Fly Away"? Do you know "I'll Fly Away" and "Pilgrim" together? You remember how we did that?
If I don't, well,
Okay.
I'll just screw up.
Okay. I think it's.
Oh, yeah. I know what
I am a pilgrim and a stranger, traveling through this wearisome land. I've got a home on the city, good Lord, and it's not made by hand. I've got a mother, sister, and brother who had gone that way before. I am determined to go and see them, good Lord, and they're on that golden shore. I'm going down to the river of Jordan just to bathe my wearisome soul. If I can just touch the hem of his garment, good Lord, then I know he'll bring me home. This is for you, Martina. Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away till we land on God's celestial shores. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When the shackles of this life have grown, I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away. Oh, glory, I'll fly away.
Martina, thank you for requesting it. Oh, that was a bit of fun. Yeah. Nice to open the mouth there every now and again. Have a bit of a scream, you know.
Letting it rip there.
Mm.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, you know.
You gotta do that.
Yes. I got all the stuff out to Trainer in Yorkville again for another year of equipment. They're sending us some guitars and some basses and some amps. We're going to send a few things back to you. We're going to lose this Lewitt. It's been a great mic. I can't say enough about it. I test a mic out and then I move on with it. This one I've stuck with it for a long time. It's a really great mic. It looks cool. It's perfect for this environment. I don't know if you could use it on a loud stage with a band. I would suspect not, being the style and nature of it. But for this type of thing, this is the Lewitt 240 Pro, which is it's not even their expensive mic. It's like $200 or something. It's a really nice mic, and we're going to be. I'm not sure. If, other stuff is in boxes ready to go back, but yeah, it's really good to be doing that with them again for another year. Having a little bit of the Talisker Storm. I like the Talisker stuff. Lost one of the main brain tonight. Yes. Oh, that's Deb replying to Clark. Sorry, getting confused there. Matt, it is lovely to see you. It was nice to hear from you earlier today. I like that video you sent me, that young kid. I'm going to take another close look at that song. Hey, Todd, keep me coming in. I wonder if you do some John Prine. We do, and let me think on that one. Do you remember that one, Neil? Summer's End. Well, let's put it on our list, Barry. You can just keep a mention of that one there.
I can find it.
Yeah, just when we take a break, we'll figure it out. I'm not sure if I can find the words for it. Yeah, so cool. We'll see if we can get into that. Hey, Aunt Betty, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. My sister was in town recently, and we hung out, and we talked a lot about the trip with all the other sisters. I know you weren't there, but it was nice to hear about all the family back home and what's going on, how everybody's doing. You're welcome, Martina. And Barry says, everybody says, looks good there, Barry. Looks and sounds great out there. Teddy Rowe asked for that song that was about truckers or music or either of them, and I said we would play it for him. I probably shouldn't put that there in space, invading your
No, it's fine.
the sacred space of the Samsonite.
Right here.
I know, but it just creates a big white blob on your beautiful green case. Thanks. I'm glad you think the Gibson sounds great. It's a really nice old pal. I should probably give it a little love. Put some strings on it. This is for Teddy tonight, and Teddy asked for he said that song about truckers or musicians. The song for the traveling people. It's a song called Old Dog, and it's going to be on the new record, which we are working on.
Yes, I guess kind of applies to me too. I was a traveling salesman back in my 20s.
That's right, yeah.
Forgot about that, yeah.
You did a lot out in northern Ontario.
Ontario was my territory, and I drove about 60,000 miles a year, kind of thing. So
They called them miles back then?
They did, yes, and I'm that old. Yes, indeed, yes, indeed.
Yeah, well...
And yes, in actual fact, I'm 13 years old, so how's that? Oh, no, sorry, 30. Good Lord, I'm aging myself. My Lord.
There you go.
13 is 93.
Yeah.
I'm not
it's
quite
like
that old.
149.
That is.
Fourscore is 20. A score is 20 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
didn't
so-
know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay. You acted like you.
I always thought it was just one of those words that people, used back in the day that meant something that doesn't exist anymore.
Like in the UK, I don't even know what a stone is.
Oh, 14 pounds.
14 pounds.
No. Yeah, 14 pounds. Why?
I don't know why
That's
they
part of their
I don't know.
I guess they're hanging on to it.
hanging on to it.
Something like
hanging
that,
on to
yeah.
their stones.
It's like in days of old when knights were bold and suits were made of tin, the battle cry came from a guy who sat upon a pin.
Full of it.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen. Seems like every meal he's ever eaten has come at the cost of a song. Not to say he ain't been hungry for those times you sang along.
And his house is made from many doors. The address changes day by day. Been around and around this world, killing time along the way. It's a long way to travel and a dollar for a song. Another time behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on the stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes in the day. And for every girl he's ever loved, whose kindness helped him find his way through fumbling, tumbling, lonely nights, bringing colors to the grave. Another lonesome sunrise just ahead. He's all scattered on the bed, and his clothes are on the floor, and he's heading out the door. It's a long way to travel and a dollar for a song. Another time behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on the stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. No, you won't break in from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say, he's been doing it all these days. He's an old dog and you'll never change his ways. And when he dies out on the highway, you check to find him cold. Just pull your truck over, roll him off beside the road. For his life's been filled with many riches found upon this stage. When he gets his call to glory, and you know his dues are paid. It's a long way to heaven and a dollar for a song. But another time behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. Oh, you are breaking from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say, he's been doing it all these days. He's an old dog, you'll never, you are breaking from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say, he's been doing it all these days. He's an old dog and you'll never change his ways. There we go. Little old dog for Teddy Rowe. Out on the roads, keeping things moving. From one place to another. Man, there's so much stuff that moves around. So much stuff moving around the planet. Amazon freaks me out every day.
Oh man.
Every day.
Every time I'm in the 401, driving the 401, I'm like, where's everyone going?
I know.
What's
happening?
It's like
Well,
8 lanes of traffic.
How is this much stuff happening right now?
I know.
And my stuff is the only stuff that's important. How can everybody else think that they have something important? It's an amazing observation, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen George Carlin's routine on stuff. The whole meaning of life is
Stuff?
a place for your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Finding a place for your
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, moving.
We
your
didn't have so
stuff.
much stuff. We wouldn't need a house. We just walk around all the time.
Exactly. It's true.
I watched it the other day with my
He's
dad.
great.
It's so good. Have you seen the documentary, the George Carlin documentary? It's an HBO.
No,
thing,
I haven't.
2 parts. Really
Yeah, I should check it out.
Check it out.
He's pretty
Really good.
awesome.
Super good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jeannie Tench recorded "Good Dog Is Lost." Well, she didn't record it. She requested it.
I knew what you meant.
2 dog songs in a row?
Yeah, yeah. That's leading up to a video, though. That's exciting.
That's exciting.
It's going to show a little video, which is also partly a lead-in to next week's guest. So I'm excited to talk about that. We'll talk about that after this song here. This is the title track from the Ron Hines tribute album that I did a few years back called A Good Dog Is Lost. And this is the title track, A Good Dog Is Lost, which is a song that Ron wrote. Ron wrote this song when I'm not hearing the guitar in the amp. It's no big deal. We'll figure that out during the video. Yeah? Cool. There's a great video with Ron introducing it, where he talks about the birth of this song, the genesis, the origin, the inspiration. As I mentioned, it's Kathy Jones inspired, well, her dog. I recommend going online once you watch this, of course, once you finish the show here. Drop over to Ron Hines. There's a video for A Good Dog Is Lost. It's a live video, and in brackets it says Kathy Jones's dogs. So Ron Hines, Good Dog Is Lost, in brackets Kathy Jones's dog. And you'll get to hear, the video's not great, but you'll get to hear a really great intro, one of a classic Ron Hines moment, and I recommend that. This is A Good Dog Is Lost. It goes like this. Good dog is lost. It's a sign above the counter at the corner store with an address and a phone to call. Still in all it said, a little bit more it said, hey there stranger, I can hardly believe that someone that I love that much is run away from me. And if you find her, you can only return to me at any cost. For a good dog is lost somewhere out there tonight upon a darkened street, running breathless with a wild beating heart. In all directions on four tiny feet calling, hey there stranger, I can hardly believe that someone that I love that much has forgotten about me. Look at all these people tucked away in their houses, watching reruns of Who's the Boss. A good dog is lost, and the tired clerk behind the counter says, every day in tiny ways we disappear. A night like this, it's better him than me out there. For a good dog is lost. So to fly beneath the windshield wiper of my car, so I stashed it in my groceries. Caught this expression in my rearview mirror. It said, hey there stranger, well, I can hardly believe that a picture of a puppy drawn with a crayon getting a guy like me. Guess I'll just go out and drive around. No, I'll never sleep, I'll just turn and toss. For a good dog is lost. A good dog is lost. A good dog is lost. Arf, 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 arf. Arf, 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 arf. good dog is lost. I'm missing Mr. Grant tonight, but I tell you, it's interesting to sort of hear the nuances that the bass sort of covers, you know?
Yeah.
It just reminds me how much I thoroughly enjoy playing with you guys, and what a great time we're having doing this. And again, thanks to all you for tuning in. And this year we got some plans to make this show the biggest show in the world. That's what I'm thinking.
That's right. Move over Barnum and Bailey.
Bigger than Barnum and Bailey.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, big. This is going to be the show. But it will never be live outside this room. Actually, that's not true.
Yeah.
We are looking at doing a February live Whiskey Wednesday, another one in town, down at the Royal Canadian Legion, Branch 103.
Canadian.
Yeah, the Canadian. No, it's going to be great. We're looking at working out something there. So there's more details coming on that, but I think February 22nd is the date that we're looking at. If you're really interested and you want to make sure that you get a seat, because there are going to be limited live audience seating, or no, what do you call them? In-studio audience? What do we call the people who sit there? Live studio
Patsies.
audience. Live studio audience. If you want to be a participant in the live studio audience, we can make that happen. So let us know. It's going to be in Campbellford, February 22nd. More details to come, but you guys and gals know it first. And we are now going to do a little trailer. I'm going to take you back in time with a video for Brown Eyed Girl that I did, and afterwards I'll tell you why we're watching the video. So Barry, how you doing there, buddy? You ready to go with a little Brown Eyed Girl?
I could be.
Let's do that, please.
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, hey, skipping and jumping in the misty morning fog, with our hearts thumping, and you, my brown-eyed girl, you, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened to Tuesdays and so slow, going down the old line, transistor radio, standing in the sunlight, laughing, hide behind the rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ta-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ta-da? So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. I saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about it. Making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl.
Hey, Llewellyn, how you doing? Great to see you. There we go again with me being an idiot. There we go. It's gone. No? Yeah, there we go. David Hurst, how are you? Debbie Parson. Kimberly Davidson. Feeling a little Mr. Bojangles or some Tom Petty. Okay, well, I think we can probably do some Tom Petty. Ken Tizzard, the office manager. It's hysterical. Ron, that was my job when I moved to Toronto. When I first moved to Toronto, I was telemarketing for months. And then I found a job in the music business as a receptionist for Music Express magazine. And
Which is even more.
oh, sorry, you're holding my guitar still. Thank you. Appreciate it, Neil. I had to do some juggling there during the set change, and yeah, so I got this job as a receptionist, which I convinced them to change the terminology to office manager. It was just I was doing more than just answering the phones, and I worked closely with Rayanne Schachter. Rayanne Hollaboff was at the time. And Ram was the photo editor, and me and her were great friends. We actually lived on the same block there for a while, and we'd drive to work together and come home and have dinner together. And she was just one of those people who was around my life for a long time and still is, although not in close proximity as much as either of us would like. But that's okay. But I did get a chance to check out with her, and Rayanne is the one who did the video for that we just watched for Brown Eyed Girl. She's been doing some really cool art stuff. I don't know, art stuff is probably an insulting term. There are terms for what she does, but I think it best if I let her explain it next week. She's going to be on the show, and I'm really excited to have her. So next week, tune in to see the conversation with me and Rayanne.
That's like you run into an old high school friend like 20 years later. So you're still doing your art stuff?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still doing that music stuff. I get that all the time.
When I was at Humber College for music, and I go back to my hometown and Brampton, not far from Toronto, but you run into high school.
So your hometown was Brampton?
Oh, so you're doing that drumming stuff still? Yeah. So what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
I remember a guy said to me, "What are you gonna do with that?" Like,
I'm gonna drum.
play drums and play in bands, and it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I know.
And it was just so hard to to relate.
I am 50 plus and I still get that. You doing the music thing? What am I doing the music thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, it's the same as I have friends that were, going to law school. I say, doing the law thing, and they're like, no, I'm something else now.
Yeah.
Something that makes better money.
You are what Jillian used to call a musician.
A musician?
Yeah.
Because I use everybody?
I don't think that was the intent. It was just,
It's true, though. I mean, as an early punk rocker, I did learn how to panhandle. I will admit it. It was something that we all did, and there wasn't lots of money around. So, I'd try and bum enough to buy a few smokes and a coffee every day after school. I'd literally sit on in front of the Garrett Games Arcade and spare change as people walk by. And it wasn't that I lived on the street. It was just, I don't know, it was just a weird thing. So, maybe a musician is, I just sort of said, well, I can play music, but I'll never really get paid for that, so it's the same as begging.
I guess, yeah.
So I guess I'm still just sort of busking in the key of C.
So you are a musician, okay.
I'm a musician, yeah. Busking in the key of C, it's still a possible album title for the new record. I quite like it. It's either Busking in the Key of C or Pain-Free Loving. But that one just brings all kinds of weird stuff to it. But it's kind of interesting. And, it'll be a surprise when you do see it, what it is, because it won't be either of those. But I do kind of like both of them. Okay, so we're going to keep moving here. Teddy says people think music with him is a midlife crisis. Well, hey, whatever gets you through. Midlife crisis, teenage crisis, senior crisis.
Oh, no, I'll take mid-age things.
I'll take mid-age for 200, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did get a request for... I haven't done this one in a long time, so I had to pull out the lyrics, sorry.
Oh, we're doing that.
Summer's End, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Or what was next on the list?
Well, Brown Eyed Girl, I thought.
No, that was the video. Yeah.
You didn't make that one, right?
Well,
I just misunderstood.
yeah, I understand how that could happen.
You do?
Not really.
The hell you don't,
okay.
Jesus.
We're going to do this, and then I'm going to do a weird song, and then I'm going to see where we are with it. We do this in...
Yes, we do.
What song is this? Do I know it?
Summer's End. Let's see if I can remember it here. John Prine recently left us, so his music and memory are revered. So
Yeah, the American Ron Hines.
yeah. Yeah. We'll pull this one out. You remember this one?
The riff sounds familiar.
Yeah, you'll realize it. Let me sing a bit of it, and then you'll come into it. Talking notes for the night. Rayanne mentioned. The new intro video. Barry, let's show the new intro video for a sec again to people. This is so cool. I know some of you come in a minute late and you don't even know that there is a new intro video. Check this out. Barry's just going to take a second here. He's going to give me a cue. Oh yeah, we're ready.
Okay, let's go.
Here you go. You at OBS?
Hang on. Let me restart.
Okay. We're going to try this again, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday show with your hosts Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full color and stereo sound amplification provided by Trainer. Broadcasting into the world from Storyhouse Studios in Campbellford, Ontario, you'll hear the best of old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday show, every week. Cheers.
See, you don't even need to. You don't even need to come at the beginning to see the very beginning. So there you go. It's cool. I like doing these little videos. It's actually video editing is another fun thing. I could probably make a bit of money at that if I. Well, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make money.
What, make money? Hell no.
God forbid. God forbid.
That wouldn't be a proper musician thing to do.
I know.
Nice segue.
Okay, so we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this tune here. Okay. A bit of a last-minute addition here, folks. Hope everybody is truly doing well. I find this time of year really hard. It's just sunlight. There's no sunlight. It's so hard.
Hey, apparently London, which your sister lives near,
Yeah, St. Thomas.
hasn't had sunshine since December 11th.
That explains my sister's foul mood lately. I'm just kidding, Paula. You've been lovely. I find that horrifying. I mean, we had a little bit of sun today.
Yeah, not much that way.
And 2 days ago, we had like at 4:15, like we had 3 minutes of sun, which was just glorious. But it's been so gray for so long.
It's been like we're living in Copenhagen.
I don't know the reference.
Copenhagen, Denmark, it's very, very gray in the wintertime
Oh, okay.
and foggy,
Is it grayer than here?
of course.
Of course.
Yeah, it's Copenhagen.
It's Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That too, yeah.
Little John Prine for you. Summer's in, round the bend just flying. The swimming suits are on the line just trying. I'll meet you there for our conversation. I hope I didn't ruin your whole vacation. You never know how far from home you're feeling until you watch the shadows cross the ceiling. I don't know, but I can see it snowing. And in your car, the
windows are wide open, so come on home. Come on home. You don't have to be alone. Valentines break hearts and minds at random. That old Easter egg ain't got a leg to stand on. But I can see you can't win for trying. New Year's Eve is bound to leave you crying. Come on home. Come on home. You don't have to be alone. The moon and stars hang out in bars just talking. I still love that picture of us walking, just like that old house we thought was haunted. Summer's end came faster than warning. So come on home. Come on home. You don't have to be alone. Come on home. Come on home. You don't have to be alone.
That one always brings me back, you know. It's such a beautiful and sad song.
It certainly is.
It's worth looking up the story behind that song. There is a nice story, terribly sad, but perfectly.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know, perfectly beautiful. You should look that up. It's interesting. Brian kept writing beauty. Oh, man, I know, Worn Out Boot. The last album. I mean, you know that I'd listen to that pretty regularly. Joe Murray, what's the ETA for the new album? I have to check out vinyl. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. Vinyl is so messed up now. Like if I have the record finished, recorded, and ready to go for pressing by, you know, what's it now? January, say even April, and they give you like 7 to 9 months for vinyl. It's just like we're in the next year again, the year after next. So I might do vinyl, but you know, sort of in the meantime, release it, you know, on digital, on what, CD? I don't know. Well, how do you release
I don't
albums
think CDs
nowadays?
anymore. I don't know. I guess it's just like
You just put it on
vinyl
Spotify?
or MP3s. That's it.
What do you do with an MP3 though? Do you sell it to people? Do people buy MP3s? Like it's all streaming, isn't
It's
it?
just like you don't make any money.
No. I guess it's not ending anymore, is it?
NFTs.
Possibly. I don't know.
I don't know what you do.
So the answer is, the album could be ready as, you know, as if I woke up tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock and went, let's go, I could have it ready in a month or sooner. But once I add in life and reality of the world these days, it becomes a whole other question. There will be something sooner rather than later. Or later rather than sooner, who knows. Okay, we're going to move right along here with the set list. I want to make sure we try and get everybody covered here tonight. Oh, this one. Okay, so this is a request. I'll do this one solo. Give you guys a break. How's that at that?
I'm absolutely overcome.
So this is, there's been so many band changes over the last, decade here in Campbellford with me, and before that as well. And anyways, this was a song that was done with this wasn't even a band. This was people that I knew who came to play with me. No Dark, No Light. It was just a solo record. So it's got a lot of interesting stuff in it. But because of that, some of these songs haven't been relearned by the new band. I started Music for Goats based around a bunch of new songs, and slowly now we're digging into some of the back catalog. So when this request came in tonight from Derek Miller, of course. When this request came in, I thought, well, I've got to play it, but there's no way we can do it with the band because we have never officially learned it. But it's one of those ones. This one, Someone to Stand Beside Me, is another one. It's like, good Lord, we should be playing that every time we step on stage. But it's just so much stuff to learn. See if I can remember it. Anyways. Hope everybody's doing well still, tuned in, resting, having a drink, unwinding, cup of tea maybe. This is about Alice. Alice worked in a diner, and the diner was attached to a gas station, and Clyde Barrow of Bonnie and Clyde fame was one of his early robberies. Alice caught eyes with him and during the robbery and fell in love with him and spent her life following in his life in the papers, I guess. Alice is a fictional character, of course. Nothing changes but the weather. Another day in this small town. Sometimes I feel it getting better when I read the words they're laying down. And I wait for you each day to come to me, and the days go by. You called me sweetheart when you pushed me to the floor. You said keep your head tucked down, but your smile said so much more. Unspoken words became so clear. You blew a kiss and ran your fingers through your hair. And I wait for you each day to come to me, and the days go by. And I know you're coming back for me. A love like ours can never die. 37 bullets to the bone. The greatest love I'd ever known. She'll be the end of you. She'll bury you in stone. 37 bullets to the bone. The papers said a crowd had gathered at the scene, trying to take a piece of everything you'd ever been. A sliver of broken glass, some blood-stained clothes. I continued reading, but nothing seemed real, I suppose. I take another order, I put some coffee on, and I wipe another table down. I light another candle, 'cause I know that you like them. From all the photos that I'd found. And I wait for you each day to come to me, and the days go by.
and I know you're coming back for me. A love like ours could never die. 37 bullets to the bone. The greatest love I'd ever known. She'll be the end of you. She'll bury you in stone. 37 bullets to the bone. She'll be the end of you. She'll bury you in stone. 37 bullets to the bone. 37 bullets.
Great song, man.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones. It's like it's complex, and it's like every time we go to learn it as a band, it's like we got easier stuff we can get at.
It's really good.
But yeah, it's a great song. It's I wrote that one. There's a funny story behind that one. I'd like to put that one into the works
Yeah, we should revisit that.
because it actually rocks. The version of it is pretty cool. But I wrote that one. I got to give Ron Hines some credit on that one because me and him had watched a Bonnie and Clyde movie marathon for like 7 hours on a day off in fucking Northern Ontario somewhere. And at the end of the night, I grabbed his guitar because I used to use it for writing because I have my bass with me. And he said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to write a song about Bonnie and Clyde." And he laughed, and he laughed some more. I went away feeling like a bit of an idiot. I'm like, "Oh, I'm not, you know." So I started writing, and I spent about 2 days sort of gathering information, watching movies, watching documentaries, reading literature online, looking at photos, you know, all this stuff about Bonnie and Clyde, thinking, I'm going to write the best song. And after about 2 days, I realized, like, it's all been done. It's all been done. Short stories, novellas, novels, expanded novels, 3-part trilogies, you name it, it's been done about them, right? And that afternoon, we were getting in the car, and Ron kind of looked at me and gave me that stupid grin. He said, "How's that Bonnie and Clyde song going on?" And fuck, yeah. Anyways, we got in the car, and during our drive and during his nap,
You're always driving, right?
I always drive, yeah, and he was sleeping in the passenger side with his head against the window, and I never used to keep anything playing unless it was like some Bob Dylan or something on the CD player, but I usually kept it quiet, so out of nowhere, he just said, you know, every great story has a main character, but there's a bunch of other characters around them that they all have stories. And I kind of went, what? And he wouldn't talk to me again. And I started thinking about it, and that's when I came up with Alice. Because the rest of it's all sort of about Bonnie and Clyde, but it's not. It's about this girl who's anyways. Contribute that one to Ron. That's always a fun one. How are we doing on time here? Oh my God, okay, hold on, let me think. So we got to do some cutting here. How's everybody doing? Is everybody still having fun? Do we still have anybody here? I feel like I've been mumbling for the last 10 minutes. Sorry, I'm tired today. It's so much fun. Joe Murray, send me a message on which song you said you'd like to learn, because I'll do a thing on it. I like doing those little play along videos or learn how to play videos. The new Grissom, yeah, thank you, Jordan. That's the new camera that my girls got me for Christmas. So it's the OBS spot cameras. They're really good. They got the moving one in the center and the new one it's from Mr. Steve and Mr. Grant. They're great little cameras. Yeah, I want to get stoned too, Lou, but you're late tonight. We started by getting stoned. Still here, Kimberly Davidson, still having fun. That's your way of saying Tom Petty. I'm just kidding. We'll get to Wildflowers. We've got to do
Wildflowers.
Right, let's do Wildflowers.
Yeah, sure.
And then John Lennon, we're doing that stuff?
And then John Lennon. We're going to do Wildflowers, we're going to do John Lennon, and then we're going to see where we are for time, folks. I hope we can get to everything that we had planned for everybody. Anything that was requested this week that we don't get to is definitely going to happen next week, and I'll read out what it is that I've got there. We're in key of F for this, right? No. Key of B flat.
Yes.
Let me start this one.
close to me, far away from your troubles and worries. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. One more. You belong somewhere you feel free. There you go. No, that was good. I mean, it was an interesting one. Oh, there you go. There you go, Kimberly. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Thank you for giving us your husband every Wednesday. I understand you guys have kids, and he's in the middle of a bathroom renovation that he's been talking about for like 5 years now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, that's the way, man. When you do home renovations yourself, that's what happens.
Yeah,
And you've got kids,
Yeah.
and you had cancer, and you went through
Yeah,
chemo,
that too.
and all your surgeries. I mean, you've got some reasons.
There's some reasons in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I got some ammunition for excuses.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're guilt free for a long time. 30 for 60. No, working class hero.
Which
Working class hero. This is for Uncle Terry, isn't it? No,
Uncle Terry.
Uncle Terry.
Sure is.
Kiss an Angel in this town will happen next week. Promise. For Deb Parson and Ron Bissonette. Ron, I hate to let you down. Sorry, Steve got in the way here and pulled an audible. Getting all this family favorites in. We'll do a special version of This Town a week. Of This Town and Kiss an Angel. You know what we'll do next week when we do it? We'll have bass guitar with it.
Yeah.
That would help.
That'd be a good thing.
We are working on some live dates, ladies and gentlemen, in and around the area and further away from the area. Keep your eyes open. It's not like I won't tell you as soon as I get them, but
as soon as you're born, they make you feel small by giving you no time instead of it all. Till the pain is so great you feel nothing at all. The working class hero is something to be. The working class hero is something to be. They hurt you at home, they hit you at school. They hate you if you're clever, and they despise a fool. Till you're so fucking crazy you can't follow the rules. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. When they tortured and scared you for 20 odd years, then they expect you to pick a career, but you can't really function, you're so full of fear. A working class hero is something to be. Working class hero is something to be. Keep your dope with religion, your sex and TV, and TV, TV, TV. You think you're so clever, classless and free, but you're still fucking peasants as far as I can see. Working class hero is something to be. Working class hero is something to be. Oh, there's room at the top, they are telling you still. But first you must learn how to smile as you kill. If you want to be like the folks on the hill. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. If you want to be a hero, well, just follow me.
There you go, Uncle Terry. Okay, so next week we'll do one more tune for you, and then we're gonna let y'all go. Thank you very much for coming out. Let y'all go. Like you've got anywhere to go. You guys are all just sitting in bed or on your couches. Hey, Jason Hamilton. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, we're gonna leave you with a little. Bob Dylan, and then next week I promise. This town for Ron Bisonet with bass guitar, 30 for 60 for Terry Stacy, definitely, and Kiss an Angel Good Morning for Deb Parson. And I can't even deliver this one because Deb is dedicating this to somebody else, and I had it written down, but I don't see it there, so I'll deliver that one for you next week, Deb. And This Town of Mine for Ron Bisonet, and I'll have more information on some live shows next week, so get ready for that. Again, tip jar, I don't know where it is. God, why do I always forget that? Let's play the tip jar video while I look for a link there, Barry. Sure. Barry's getting really good at this, finding things immediately as I call them out. Yeah, knock yourself.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning in to the Whiskey Wednesday show. Every Wednesday we will be here, rain or shine, richer or poorer. Tip jar is in the link above. Never expected but always appreciated. Never confuse the size of your paycheck with the size of your talent. I've got all the money I'll ever need if I die by midnight. Always appreciated, never expected. Please feel free to drop us a line regarding anything, including a link to your money. Cheers.
Thank you. You are fully aware it's a little tongue-in-cheek. I mean, you know, don't give us all your money. Just the information where we can get it. Okay, we're going to end off tonight with, what did I say I was going to end off tonight with?
A Dylan tune.
Oh, right, yeah. I haven't done this, and oh man, me and this guitar haven't played this for a long time. When I first started doing some solo work and got serious, the first guitar I bought was from Wayne O'Connor in Peterborough, who is a master luthier, busy as hell, but he's a master. And he rebuilt this one restored it from a fire. But the first one that I had was a 1929 Regal, and that thing is amazing. I used that for all of Lost and All. But then I got this when I got my first grown-up guitar, my first grown-up acoustic. And this guitar was on everything with me for a long time. Trips down the road through the snow to the pub. This one was with me when I was down in, down in New Mexico, out in the middle of the night playing songs in the desert for people I didn't know at like little bars and stuff.
Couple of Gila monsters. Couple of Gila monsters.
Yeah, I didn't see much in the way of Gila monsters. Lots of red ants everywhere. It's just like, that's a dangerous thing. Those things are fucking horrible.
What's a Gila monster?
It's a big lizard.
They eat humans. They will eat you. They will consume your body in many bites. Steve, thank you for coming out and playing drums even though there was no bass.
That's okay. That's fine.
But you know something, it was a good choice for us to go with the double acoustic. That made sense. Went through a whole bunch of things actually. At about 7:15, if the camera's been on, you would have seen me playing bass for a bunch of these songs, saying maybe I'll just play bass, and then realizing no, that doesn't work. And the electric, and then at this last second was let's go with this one. So, hey buddy, it's been a long time. Let's do it. Neil, thank you for coming out as always.
Absolutely welcome. My pleasure.
Love your new red tie.
Thank you. I do too.
That's another one
That
of
was-
the Morrissos.
Well, no. This is
Oh, no,
West
this
Coast.
is-
This is West Coast art. I'm not sure which artist, but it was a Christmas gift from your girls
Right.
and their fellows.
Is it from the collection?
No.
Oh, it's not from the
No,
same
it's
collection.
not. No, it's no. This one actually is
Beautiful.
silk, where the other ones I have to admit are polyester. I believe
Polyester. Oh, looks great. Looks fantastic.
it is. It's gorgeous.
Love you all out there. Thank you very much. Barry, thanks for coming over across the street. We got a treat tonight. You're probably going to hate it or love it. I'm not sure. It's something if I told you right now, you're all going to go, oh, yeah. But if I put it in front of you in 20 minutes or once it's warmed up, you'll kind of go, oh, what's this? Okay, I'll try it. And then you go, yes. It's one of those things. It's got to do with beets and pickles being mashed together and spread on semi-moldy bread.
Ah, perfect.
It's a Newfoundland tradition. Yeah.
I think, that pale purple and the green of the mold will go nicely together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Down the street the dogs are barking, and the day is getting dark. As the night comes a falling, the dogs lose their bark, and the silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade. And I cast my head back to the room where my loving I've laid. And I gaze back to the streets and the sidewalk and the signs. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind.
Usually I give a little speech here and then round it out with my catchphrase, which after 3 years I still don't have for the end of the show.
And also, Mr. Grant.
I was going to say, I think this is actually where there's a bass solo.
Mr. Grant is a solo.
Mr. Grant's solo is happening here, yeah, usually. We should give him that time even though we're here. It's probably in our 30 seconds of random chatter while we wish Mr. Grant a speedy recovery from his sniffles. This cat wants sniffles. I had them last week a little bit. You did too, right? It's going around. Probably started over here. Well, no. Can't be. Take care, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, love you very much. Next week, Rand Schachter talking about art and creating and some really exciting new things that she's got going on. I'm going to leave you with this last verse of this song, which I always love this one.
It's a restless, hungry feeling that don't mean no one no good. When everything I'm saying, you can say it just as good. And you are right from my side, I'm right from mine. We're both just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Do one last goodbye here on the Bunch of People. Clarky, thank you very much. Worn Out Boot, nice to see you. Rayanne, lovely. We're going to have some fun next week. Martina, thank you for requesting that song. It was great. Jeannie, thank you for helping participate and put the set together. Everybody else, we'll talk to you all later on. Have a good one. Cheers.
Once again, thanks for spending another Wednesday with us here at Storyhouse Studios. Thanks to Trainer, Yorkville, and a Longtooth Beverage Company for being a part of the show. We love our time on the Whiskey Wednesday show and appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit up the tip jar if you feel so inclined. Never expected, but always appreciated. Tune in every week for more guests, songs, stories, drinks, and gear talk. And don't forget to visit the website, www.kentizzard.com, to sign up for the Whiskey Wednesday wrap-up. Compiled by Allison, this is a monthly overview with highlights, directories of songs, and so much more. Be kind, be helpful, be happy, be safe. See you next week.
The seal on a Jim Beam.